remember hitting 50 and feeling like my battery wouldn't hold a charge anymore. I would wake up tired, go to work tired, and come home exhausted. I just assumed it was the inevitable slide of aging.
We both did. I thought this is just what 50 feels like. We assumed our best energy was behind us, but we were wrong.
It turns out the exhaustion wasn't coming from our age, it was coming from the way we were operating. We were leaking energy all day long, and we didn't even know it. Today, we're going to show you the 3 components that gave us our energy back.
If you're feeling wiped out right now, stay with us. We went from surviving to adventuring, and these 3 components are how we did it.
Now, you've probably heard all the standard advice. Make a plan, stay positive, just push through. And maybe you've tried it. But when you're rebuilding after 50, the problem isn't a lack of willpower. The problem is you're spending your willpower in places you didn't even realize. That's what makes this different. We're not going to tell you to try harder. We're going to show you where the energy is going and how to get it back.
Let's get tactical and talk about the first component. You have a leak. Energy draining out of you every day, and you probably don't even know it's there. When I had to build my life over from scratch after leaving my abusive ex, I was exhausted before I even started to look at the problems I had to solve. I was so thankful that you were there for me, honey, but you were walking through your own fire at that time.
We both were. My system was shocked from just trying to stay sober. That first year, every ounce of energy went into just not sliding back.
And my hidden leak was the trauma of the previous 5 years. I hadn't given myself a chance to breathe. But once I finally got a safe night of sleep, I realized that with the right support, I could not only protect my safety, I could protect my energy.
Here's the logic. When your life is stable, your energy goes towards living. When your life is in transition, your energy goes towards defense. You're constantly scanning for the next bill, the next conflict, or the next unknown. That is decision fatigue running in the background all day long.
Think of your energy like a bank account. If you wake up with $100 of energy, but worry steals 40, and all those daily decisions steal another 40, you're left with just $20 to actually build your future. No wonder you feel stuck.
So the first thing we did wasn't joining a gym, it was closing the leaks. We had to stop the worry drain so we could keep that energy for ourselves. And we did that by automating our decisions.
It sounds boring, but structure actually creates freedom. We created a simple plan for our day. That saved us enough mental bandwidth to actually start thinking clearly again.
And when the anxiety stopped, the energy returned. We weren't doing less work. In fact, we were working harder than ever, but we weren't wasting energy on worry. You have to build the container before you can fill it. That was the first component. Once that structure was in place, we had to look at our strength. And this is the second component. However, this is where most people over 50 get it wrong. They think exercise is about weight loss or trying to look better.
I used to fall into that trap too. But when you're rebuilding, you do not exercise to look good. You exercise to get strong enough to carry the load.
We realized that if we wanted to build a new business, manage a new budget, and create a new future, we needed physical bodies that could support that ambition. You can't do big work with a weak engine.
Strength is one of the keys of my signature True North method that we teach. We discovered that what brings us joy as we build our strength, for us, it's cycling, hiking, and skiing. These things require stamina. You can't say yes to the adventure if your body says no.
Physical activity has always been my outlet. Whether it's cycling or the discipline of martial arts, I draw strength from the challenge. It's not just burning calories, it's building resistance.
So we changed our mindset. We started walking and training, not because we had to, but because we wanted to be ready.
Practically speaking, movement also clears the fog. When you are stuck on a problem, maybe a financial issue or a tech hurdle on the website, sitting there staring at it burns more energy than solving it.
We have a rule now. If we're stuck, we move. Just last week, I was obsessing over a website update. I almost stayed glued to the chair, but Terry grabbed the leash for our rescue dog and said, "Let's go."
She is a finisher. She hates leaving things undone.
It's true. My brain goes into overdrive, but we went for that walk. And by the time we got back, I had the solution. Sometimes to gain strength, you actually need to step away from the work.
So now you've closed the leak and started building physical strength. But there's one more component that almost derailed us, and it happens before you even get out of bed. The third component is your morning peace. Living here in Washington, we always check the weather to see if it's going to snow. But you have to control the thermostat inside your own head before you face the day.
This was the hardest one for me because I want to solve everything and start thinking about my to-do list first thing in the morning. But we realized we needed a gatehouse for our minds. We had to be careful about what we let in first thing in the morning.
So before we turn on the TV or scroll through social media, we prioritize silence. We treat that first block of time as sacred territory. For me, that means sitting down with my first cup of coffee before I have my second one. No news, no inputs.
And for me, that means sitting down with my Bible plan and praying before I look at a to-do list. Starting with quiet reflection sets your internal temperature before the world tries to change it for you. I need that time to anchor my spirit.
Think of it as calibrating your compass. If you start the day reacting to other people's emergencies or the headlines, you're already off course.
It is the only way to ensure you have the peace and navigate the complex problems you're going to face later on in the day. We talk about the second act. This isn't about retirement. It's about the next 30 years of your life. If you're 50 today, you have decades ahead of you. Do you want to spend those years feeling tired, or do you want to spend them exploring?
We chose exploring. We want to be on the boat. We want to be building things that matter. But we know that the only way to do that is to respect the machine that carries us.
So if you're feeling exhausted right now, please hear this. You're not broken. You're probably just overloaded.
You don't need more motivation. You need a plan to shed the load.
1, stopping the energy drain. Make your plans for the day to reduce the number of choices you're making throughout the day.
2, schedule movement. Take a walk when you feel stuck.
And 3, guard your mornings. Give yourself 15 minutes of silence before you give the world your attention.
Now, if you feel like your drain is mostly financial, if money worry is what is draining your battery, we have a specific resource for that. We share the concepts here on YouTube, but if you're ready to build the foundation, we have a comprehensive program called the Estate Experience, which is inside our Rebuild with Clarity program. Inside, we have a tool called the Strategic Navigator. It gets the decision making out of your head and onto paper so you can stop guessing.
When you stop guessing, you stop worrying. When you stop worrying, you get your energy back.
Now you've got the energy back, but energy without direction just spins. If you've ever rebuilt your goals and hit a wall, the problem wasn't your effort, it was the goal structure itself.
We broke that down step by step. Watch this video next. It picks up right where we're leaving off.
Go check that out, get your energy back, and we'll see you there.